Everybody makes mistakes, but some mistakes are worse than others. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is VMAT. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. This is going to be a bit of a sombering video, just a retelling of my Pokemon past, my Pokemon collecting past, and the turbulence and ups and downs, trials and tribulations that I've went through collecting Pokemon. Now, it goes mostly all the way back to my childhood, and there's been multiple times where I've had a great collection I was proud of that either went away through my own doing or kind of went away through no fault of my own, really. So as we're going to be talking about today, starting off with the original base set Pokemon cards all the way up to the first Neo set. Now, when I grew up, you were probably likely to be trading your Pokemon cards during recess, those little 15-minute breaks that you had to go outside, look at other people's Pokemon binders, and then you'd make trades that way. Now, I grew up with not a lot of money, so what I would do is I would trade a lot of common cards, and I would trade them in bulk for these great holographic cards. It was very rare that I was able ever to actually open up Pokemon booster packs when I was a kid, but the few times that I actually did, I opened up a Charizard base set card. I was so thrilled by that, and I kept it in pristine condition, pack fresh condition. And then one day later on, when I was about 14, 15 years old, I went looking for my Pokemon card collection in my basement. I couldn't find it anywhere. I have no idea to this day where it is. If I ever do find it, I'll probably do a video on the channel, but to this day, can't find it. I'm assuming it just went into the trash or something like that. When you have binders, if you have parents who, keep your binders, your school binders together, they might have thought that was an old school binder and then just threw it out instead of actually going through it. That's at least my thinking behind it, but nonetheless, not a very happy environment to be in, especially mentally when you're going through that, realizing what you might have lost, especially now in the future when you look at the Pokemon prices, especially the older base set ones, specifically Charizard. And that was just one of the old Pokemon holographic cards that I had from base set all the way up to like the first Neo set. So unbelievable. That really hurt for a long time, and I never really got back into Pokemon until around the Platinum era, and I was in Pokemon from about Platinum to the first or second set from Black and White. So it was a good 2 years or so of collecting Pokemon cards, and I actually had a formidable collection. I had quite a lot of Pokemon cards in my binders that I was keeping them all in, and I remember almost having the entire level X set, and I was thrilled by it. I loved it. I remember opening Pokemon booster boxes from Platinum, Platinum Supreme Victors, nonetheless, the one with Charizard in it. And I remember opening Charizard in one of the booster boxes that opened up. I actually opened up several booster boxes, and I ended up paying like $100 Canadian for them back in the day, about like 2010, 2011. And now I look back on those booster boxes, and alas, yes, they're very expensive. You're looking at close to $10,000 for these booster boxes, at least Canadian. Might even be more than that right now. That was the last time I checked. So unbelievable. And that was another Pokemon mistake that I've had as a Pokemon collector. And that brings me to my third mistake, a more recent mistake. Now, apart from keeping things sealed, which definitely was a bonus if you were a sealed collector, I never really was a sealed collector until more recently I started actually buying and expanding in my sealed collection, not just my singles. This goes back to the Sun and Moon era. The Sun and Moon era, an era where I would go to LGSs, I go to EB Games a lot. EB Games is actually GameStop here in Canada. Now it's actually called GameStop, but I would see them there all the time, and I would always pass them up because I would just buy Magic the Gathering, which, there's nothing wrong with that. It's another TCG that I enjoy, but I would always pass on the Pokemon stuff. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I played a lot of Magic the Gathering, so I saw it more as a card game and collectible, so I thought that was better value, and I just saw Pokemon as just being a collectible. So I was happy with the Pokemon cards that I had at home. I wasn't really looking to buy any more Pokemon product. However, now I see that that was a mistake, because not only was that era phenomenal just for the arts and the tag team set specifically, but it's also went up a lot in price. Now we're talking Pokemon Team Up from Sun and Moon era. Those booster boxes are over $2,000 right now, and I remember seeing those booster boxes at my LGS, and I could have easily picked it up around like 2019. I could have picked them up for about $120 a box, and I passed up on it because I just didn't really believe in it at that point. And I liked Pokemon. I still enjoyed Pokemon. Pokemon Go was really big at that time. A lot of friends were into it, but I just didn't see it as something that I wanted at the moment. And that's why it's one of those things where I've learned these 3 lessons from being a collector in Pokemon and a massive hobbyist of the game, that I will probably, even on the sets that I'm not a big fan of initially, I'll probably buy at least 1 booster box or at least an ETB of every single set, and then enjoy the ones that I truly do enjoy, and then just hold the other ones as a potential investment. Because at the end of the day, it is a collectible, but there is people who see it as a genuine investment, and that's one of the reasons why I feel so annoyed and ashamed at myself for the way that I treated Pokemon in the past and just being reckless, careless, and now I see that as a massive Pokemon collector mistake. Anyways, let me know in the comment section if you've had similar experiences with your Pokemon collecting journey. Let me know your Pokemon collecting mistakes down below in the comment section. I'm sure we all have multiple scenarios where we really regret decisions that we've had in the past. So I would love to know your thoughts and comments and stories down below in the comment section. With that being said, guys, if you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I put out videos at least like 2 to 4 times a week, so really would appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video.